Hello again, friends. GamerU is back for some critical class information for Neverwinter. There are plenty of classes in Neverwinter which can be overwhelming. Never fear, GamerU is here to walk you through the basics. First of all, there are 4 roles in Neverwinter: Defenders, Leaders, Controllers, and Strikers. Defenders take damage and protect the group. Leaders heal and buff allies on the battlefield. Controllers manage battles with crowd control abilities, and Strikers are mobile damage dealers. Each class, depending on specialization, which we will look at in depth in an upcoming video, is capable of fulfilling 2 of these roles. So let's jump in and see what we have at our fingertips. First off is the Trickster Rogue. These little devils can function as controllers or strikers. Additionally, they can be played as all-out combatants or stealthy opportunists. Careful, though they are mobile and evasive, they don't have too much protecting them, which can become an issue for melee fighters. Primary stats for the Trickster are Dexterity, secondary are Strength and Charisma. The Devoured Cleric can either be a leader or a controller. However, they tend to be stronger leaders and provide heals that are hard to beat. Primary Wisdom, secondary Strength, and Charisma. My personal favorite, the Control Wizard, is next. These can control and strike depending on specialization and have a particularly useful movement ability. Don't let the goons get too close though. You are wearing little more than a t-shirt and can take a lot of damage if you aren't paying attention. The primary stat here is Intelligence, secondary being Wisdom and Charisma. Similar to the Control Wizard, the Hunter Ranger can strike and control. These guys can switch between ranged and melee combat with the push of a button and have access to a few great nature spells as well. Their movement mechanic is also slightly more efficient than some of the other classes. Primary Dexterity, secondary Wisdom and Strength. Contrary to popular belief, this next class is pronounced Scourge Warlock. It is not named after Charles Dickens' Scrooge. That would be insane. However, you will be hurting about as many people, so there's something to think about there. These guys can lead or strike depending on your playstyle, and unlike the wizard that wears cloth and has trouble in melee combat, the warlock can punish enemies near or far in their dark leather armor. Newest to the roster is the Oakbound Paladin. Naturally, these guys can either defend or lead, and are clad to the teeth in heavy armor. With the Pally, you will use auras and shields to keep your group in the fight while absorbing a lot of that scary damage. Primary skill, Constitution, secondary, Wisdom, and Charisma. If you're looking for a heavy melee DPS, you will want to check out the Great Weapon Fighter. With their scale armor, they can take plenty of abuse while dishing out heaps of damage with their gigantic weapons. You can find these guys managing ads and boss encounters, or invading your space in PvP. Great Weapon Fighters can either strike or defend, and rely on strength, followed by Constitution and Dexterity. Finally, we have the Guardian Fighter. These guys can either defend or control depending on specialization. With a shield and heavy armor, these guys can hold their own and protect the group in most encounters. The Guardian Fighter's main ability score is Constitution, and the secondary are Strength and Dexterity. Thanks for tuning in, guys. In the next few videos, we're going to look at some great race class combinations.